put your old SIM card in here for later.
This is the original one.
Yes.
SIM card, yes.
Which country is this one from?
From Japan.
Oh, fabulous. Very good. This card is active straight away. It has already gone to 5G, so you don't have to do anything. There is no PIN number. It's really easy. So you
yes,
can use it
okay.
immediately.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Sometimes the police park are like a big van, like this on the road.
Yes.
So if you see any big van like that, slow down.
It's the same as Japan.
And speed is 100, 100, 80, 100 like that.
Yes. This is a 50.
This is 50, 50, yeah.
So what we need to do is get a copy of your driver's license, and then we've got the balance to pay.
70. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Bye.
What?
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Have a good day.
You too. Arigato.